Welcome to the video about how to write a works cited page. I apologize I wasn't able to get it out to you earlier, but there we go, time constraints, we're busy. You know, I'm busy, you're busy, that's just how it is. But this is how to write a works cited page. In this video, I'm going to go over how to write a works cited page and also give you your discussion post for the evening. I want to let you know I do tell you how to format Octavia Butler correctly, but I'm not going to tell you right now how to find it because the rest of the video has very important information that is going to help you during the rest of the semester. So please watch out for that. So let's real quick and set up our page. Okay, so we could do this part quickly. It's not hard at all. So first things first, let's and then up here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put my name and then sample. Remember, this is the way you want to name your assignments when you're turning things into teachers because it makes their life so much easier. So if you notice, I have my name, the name of the assignment, and the date. So once we have that done, I'm going to come over here, go Works Cited. Okay. Now, I know you guys in the past have seen people put in Works Cited. Please don't. Just Works Cited. It's the one that you want to go with. Okay. Then you put one more hard return under. Then you center it. This is centered. Nothing else is centered. Okay. And then in here, you're going to go ahead and do hanging indent. Now, so I'm going to put in a number of things. None of them are going to apply to you directly, but they're going to help you see the different formatting you need to use, okay? So the first one is a book that I'm currently working with. What you want to do is you start with the last name, okay? And then the next thing is you put the book name. So you got the period right there. Then you're going to go ahead and look and find the publisher, okay? And then you're going to put the date. So that's pretty much it for a book. Then you're going to come back behind and you're going to italicize this. So there you go, italics. Okay, so that's pretty much it for a book. It's pretty easy, okay? This book doesn't have an editor. It's, you know, just the author themselves. And that's all you have to worry about. So you put in the name. So you put last name first name. And then you put DMZ Colony, that's the name of the book, and you put the name of the book in italics. Then you put the publisher, comma, and the date, the year that it was published. Ta-da! That's it. That's it for a book. Okay. So in this next one, I'm going to go ahead and get something else. Okay. And so right here, this is a short story. And it's called, first you start with the author, remember? Okay, so last name first. Okay, so this person has a hyphenated last name. Then their given names. Now, I know, and make sure you spell it correctly. Now, I know that you're going like, well, why does she have two given names? It's what the author has, okay? That's all you're going to worry about, okay? If the author lists this, that's what you do. Next, this one is a short story. That's in an anthology. You guys are going to do the same thing that I'm doing now. Through the Flash, that's the name of the article. So an article is in quotations. An article or a short story. But a book itself is done this way. Now this book has an editor. And there we go. Edited by, John Joseph Adams. And then right here. So there's the name of the book, and then you're going to come over here and you're going to find the publisher, which is Mariner, and then you have to find the year, which I believe is going to be 2019. Why does that make sense? I wonder, is it because it's in the title of the book? So right here, then this right there is going to be in italics. It's really important, so you have to put the PP like this, dot, and then you put the page numbers, which are 132, through, and then you thumb through your little book, blah, 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 all the way through 153. In another one down here, See, I've got the same thing happening already in there, but I've got to... Nope, that's all correct. Actually, let's... I know that's not right. So, it's capital P, dot. And then this one, same deal. So there we go. You have to make sure that these are correct as you go through. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging in there while I screwed that up. All right, one. Okay. All right, so you notice right here that this one I didn't have to worry about hanging indents, but on the others I did. So when you're using Google Docs, this is how you do a hanging indent. All right, and that's how it looks. So you have the hanging indent right there. So we have that. So that's how you do a book with excuse me. This is how you put in a short story or an article that comes from an anthology or a book, okay? So let's do a website. Ooh, there's a mistake. You see right there? Period, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and find a website. So let's go to an easy one. Let's go cnn.com. And first thing right there, this is what's on the news today. And right here, we have, ooh, look at that, 3 authors. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you do this. So, Claire Foran, that's the name I care about. Oh, shut up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat it a little bit. I'm going to copy and paste, Control C. Oh, no, I'm having problems with it. There we go, copy. Then come back over here. And then I'm going to paste without formatting. So there's the name of the author, right? But the problem is, Claire is her first name. We need to do Foran first. If I could type. There we go. And then we put a period. Okay, and then we come back over here to CNN. And we're going to select that. Copy. And then we're going to paste without formatting, and then we're going to hit a period, and then we're going to come back here and select this because there's a crazy thing that you want to do. So you come over here, you go to Format, Text, go down to the bottom where it says Capitalization, choose Title Case. You always want to use Title Case. Then you go back in and you fix the small errors that they have. All right, so there we go. And then we know the organization, that's CNN, right? Then we're gonna put the day we accessed it from the internet, okay? So oh, 1 second, there's a mistake I almost made. Right here, we gotta do this, et al. Okay, why et al? I'm gonna show you that real quick and then I'm gonna talk about the date. There are 3, okay, or more authors, okay? If it were just Claire Foran and Ryan Nobles, then we would put both of their names. But because it's different, then we're going to then we go ahead and say et al. Now the trick is when you're choosing to do this, when it's an internet article, you always choose the date that you access the article. And see, the reason is because updated. Internet articles change constantly. I mean, all the time. So what you want to do is choose to put in the date that you accessed it, comma, and then you come over here, you copy this, and paste without formatting. Now you notice that when I put this in, there's none of that blue HTML stuff, but the second I do this, look, there it is. That's going to happen. So if you're in Google Docs, you just come like this and you get rid of the whole HTML formatting. Otherwise, if you're in something else, like it does that, then you have to come here, select it, turn off the underline, then you have to turn off the blue text. So you have to go to where the colors the text, choose black. Okay, that's how it works. Then the last detail is you come back here to where it says CNN and you're going to italicize CNN. And that's how you do it for a website, okay? That's how you do it from a website. Now, you guys have something else that you have to work with, okay? It's similar to a website, but at the same time, it's different. So I'm gonna go over here to Red Shelf, And red shelf course materials. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to go start reading. And I'm not going to do the story you guys have to do, so I'm going to do a different one. So let's go. There we go. We'll start with Helen Epstein, okay, with AIDS Incorporated, which is a very good article. So this is considered an article with an anthology too. So it's very similar to this one, okay. All right. So, but it's an article within an anthology. So you're going to go to write it here first, and you're going to get the name of the person who did it. So copy. Confirm. I don't know why they do this, but it's annoying. And then I'm going to come over here, paste without formatting, and see what they did. It's just so annoying, but I'm going to show you how to get away from it in just a second. So you select all that, come back over here to text, then capitalization, then you hit title case. Ta-da, see how it fixed it? Perfectly. Keep in mind, Epstein is her last name. So we're going to go Epstein, Helen, and then right here we're going to put a period, and then right here the article's name is AIDS Incorporated. It's the name of the article. Let's double check to make sure we have it right. So, oh, they have it all in caps. See how they have it all in caps? That means I have to come back and do all in caps too. So there's AIDS Incorporated, right? Then, because we know this is an anthology, it's edited by Barclay Barrios. He works here at FAU, so we know him. He's a nice guy. He makes no money from the book. And then we put the name of our textbook, which, if you don't know, you come back over here and you look right there. Emerging Contemporary Readings for Writers. By the way, this little tiny detail right here is hard to see, but it's 4th edition. You go back here and you go table of contents, okay, and about this book. Okay, so right here, this is the inside front cover of the book, okay, so you're going to choose, the publisher is Bedford St. Martin's. But here we have a problem. Have you guys figured it out? The problem is we're actually looking at something from the internet, right? Because it's something you're looking at the internet, you actually have to get the red shelf course materials, and you're going to have to copy that information. So you go over here, comma, the day you accessed it, just like on the website, right? So basically what we're doing here is combining these two. So here's the, right, in this one you just stop at the publisher, right here, the year. In this one, you have to get the date that you access it. So the day we access it was 15 February 2021, comma, and then you come up here and you're going to, oh wait, we got to go back to our original page because we're not doing what it says there, we're doing this one. So let's say, we're just going to go to the top. You make sure that your mouse is selected right in here. We're guessing it's page 122. Over here, look at this. Detail says 123. So let's go with 123. That's our page. But the biggest thing is we're going to select this. And you leave it alone. Remember that? Because it's going to do that stuff. So if it does that, if you're in Google Docs, you just come over here and click on this. All right. There is the one thing that we need to do. We need to put our page numbers. 123 through, come back over here and let's go to the very end. Oops, 123. Scroll all the way down. Okay, there's all the notes, everything, and we're almost done. So right here, and it says 135. So I'm going to select 135 as our last option because that's as far as we can tell. And comma, red shelf. Then we come back and we do our italicizing. So we're going to italicize this, okay, and we're going to italicize the red shelf course materials. That gets italics. And there we go. There are the 4 kinds of articles or books or things like that that you can choose to use. And this is how it works for you guys. Now, how to MLA format an article from Kindle. So you choose Kindle, and then right here, I'm gonna say OWL. So OWL is where you want to go. All right, so OWL, it has to do with this, OWL Purdue, okay? This is the best access for this information if you want to look it up. So they're saying right here, Kindle library, okay, that's interesting, because that would be new. That's all they're wanting. Translated, then Kindle ED Library of Alexandria. Boy, that makes things really easy. So if you're a person who's if we're following this thing right here, then you're going to, let's say we're using this exact same thing here, and we're going to copy it. Then we're going to just... Okay, so there's that. Then we're going to delete a bunch of stuff. So let's get rid of this. And by the way, what they showed here is very new. So I might have to go and do a little more research, but we'll stick with what they're saying over here, and we're gonna go. I believe that was the location. Nope, a little further and right after the translator. Kindle edition. And that's what they're using there. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and italicize that. And are they italicizing Kindle? They're not. Okay, and see right here, that one says ebook. All right, so that tells us lots of different information. So this is from an ebook, but because what we're using with this right here is not just an ebook, but it is also a web page. Because it's a web page, we have to include that. So there we go. So we have all these different types of information. All right. So the one person in our class who's using a Kindle, this is what you have to make sure and insert right after edited by Barclay Barrios. Now we're not done. Okay. The reason we're not done is there's a final step that all of you guys are going to mess up. And that final step is this is not in alphabetical order. All right. So you have to put it in alpha. So you're going to, move things around. So that one's in the right place. Oh, and this is going to follow. And then you have to do that. All right. And so, guys, that is how you would format this information. Okay? It's not hard at all. This is how you form a basic Works Cited page. Now, there is more. If you also have a photograph that you want to include in a paper, you have to include it in the Works Cited page. That's actually, it can be really simple or it can be really, really difficult, and sometimes just straight up obnoxious, because sometimes when you find an image online, the artist doesn't always use their real name. They might be using some pseudonym or username, which can be really dumb looking, but you just go with what you have, okay? And so there we go. This is how you set this up. Now, we have an interesting situation also, and I want to bring this up. So we go Files, and the Secondary Readings, okay? And then we have our Octavia Butler piece. How do we do Octavia Butler? Because look at this. This piece right here is actually a PDF, okay? And when I received it, it was a PDF. I have never seen it in any other form except this. Now, is it in another form other than this? Yes, it is. However, I don't know of it in any other form. So I'm going to show you the real quick and easy way to deal with a PDF that a teacher gives you, because you're going to get PDFs from teachers. So remember the name thing. 1995, and then you're going to say class PDF from Aaron Guile, like that. And then we have to put the publisher information, right? So we're going to say FAU ENC 1101.024. Make sure you're using the right one. And then spring 2021. And that is how you do that. And right here, FAU, ENC, and all this gets italicized. All right. So whenever you get something, a PDF from a teacher, this is what you're going to do. Okay? That's how it works. Now remember, this is not any of your guys' class numbers. Your guys' class numbers are either 25 or 23. But if this is what we're going to go with here. Okay? And that is pretty much how you set up a Works Cited page for your document. Now you guys only have to do 2 things in your Works Cited page. Okay? Your Works Cited page. Either you're going to do this right here for Butler, Bloodchild, and I will be looking for this exact format. And I expect this part where the number is to be correct for you. It needs to be formatted like this, has to be hanging indent. So if you copy and paste this in there and it doesn't do a hanging indent, you need to fix it. You need to format it correctly so it has a hanging indent in Achieve. Okay? Some people have done it. I know it works. Do your best. Okay. So the last thing we need to talk about is the discussion group. I want to know, just very simply, I want you to write about how did writing the rough draft go. Just tell me, how did writing the rough draft go? That's all you have to do. And that'll be it. Tell me how the rough draft went, and we'll be good. Thanks so much. You guys have a great day. Okay, in this video, I want to let you know we're going to be covering a few things. The first thing we're going to be covering is how to set up a Works Cited page for multiple types of books and for articles. And then the second thing, at the very end, I'm going to tell you the discussion books. Now, for those of you who want to get your Works Cited page correctly, watch this video all the way to the very end because there's a bit of secret sauce at the end that you want to know. Okay, guys, hey, thanks so much for watching this video, and you have a very pleasant evening. Bye.